Is your fishing reel starting to feel stiff, noisy, and just doesn't cast like it used to? Don't give up on it just yet. A few drops of oil might be all it needs to get it running smoothly again. Let's dive in. Now this reel is a little bit on the abused side. I haven't taken care of it as well as I should. Now to get started with oiling your reel, you want to remove the drag cap so you can take off the spool. So you just keep turning it counterclockwise until you can take the spool off, and that will expose the shaft. Now what you want to do is using a fishing reel oil, which you can get from pretty much any tackle shop. You want to put 1 drop of oil on the shaft, like so, and just let it seep down. And you just turn the handle to let it seep into the bearing, like so. You only need 1 drop, don't go crazy. Now give it a couple of turns. Now one very important thing, guys, no matter what, never ever put oil anywhere near your drag system. So don't put any oil under your drag cap, on top of your drag stack, because that will cause issues. So once you've put 1 drop of oil on the shaft and turn the handle a few times to let it seep into the bearing, you can put your spool back on, like so, and then just tighten your drag cap again by turning it clockwise this time, anti-clockwise to take it off, clockwise to put it back on. Just make sure you adjust your drag before your next fishing trip, because we took the spool off. Now the next bearings we want to oil are the bearings in the bail arm. So there's a bearing here and a bearing here. Now you just want to put 1 drop of oil on each side, just 1 drop, and then just open and close the bail arm a few times to spread the oil. Now the next bearing you want to make sure you oil is the roller bearing right here. This is the bearing that your line goes under before you feed it through the guides on your rod. So you want to make sure you just put 1 drop of oil there to keep that bearing lubricated. Once you've done that, the next bearing you want to oil is going to be the bearing that's in the handle. This one gets overlooked a little bit. There's a bearing here, which is what allows your handle to spin. So you want to put 1 drop of oil there on this bearing, and then just spin your handle around. There you go, it's getting a lot smoother. Yeah, see, it's instantly noticeable. Now once that's done, the next bearings we want to oil are going to be under the side cap. So depending on your reel, so this reel for example, it's a wind on handle, so it's not a through pin. So you need to hold the spool and then turn your handle counterclockwise, and then you wind it off to take it off, right? Now some reels, there you go, and that's how you get this handle off. Now some reels use a through pin system. I'll give you guys a quick look. So this reel for example is a through pin system. So you start with your drag cap, because if you're not sure if it's through pin or wind on, and then you try to force it off by turning it counterclockwise, but it is a through pin, you'll break your handle. So you always take off the side cap first. So just keep turning it, and you'll notice once the side cap comes off that there is a pin. See, if you have a look, the side cap is what holds this handle on. But in terms of oiling it, you oil it exactly the same way. You oil them both exactly the same way, I should say. So we'll put this back on and put it back to the side, like so. Now when it comes to oiling this part, you want to put the oil on the bearing. Okay, so you just put 1 drop on the bearing, 1 drop, and then on the other side, same thing, you want to put 1 drop on the bearing. Now what I should probably mention, just give me a sec, so you just turn the handle a few times to let the oil spread properly, like so, and then put this one back together. So side cap back on. Guys, make sure you tighten your side caps properly, because you would not believe how many customers lose their side caps. Okay, and then put the handle back on, like so. When you're putting the handle back on, hold the spool so it doesn't spin. So that way it actually allows you to tighten the handle, and then just give it a couple of winds to let the oil spread, and there you go, almost good as new. Now one thing I should mention is if your reel is a through pin, let's take this back off. If your reel is a through pin, right? If you're going to oil it, you want to make sure you don't put the oil in that hole. You want to put the oil on the actual bearings, so along the outside. So you put 1 drop there, and on the other side, same thing. You don't want to put it in the hole. You want to put it on the bearing, so on the outside. You put 1 drop on the outside. And then you just put your handle back on. Now, another important thing you guys need to know, aside from never ever putting oil under the drag cap or on your drag stack, you want to make sure you never put oil in your gearing system. For your gears, you only use grease. You only use real grease. Never ever put oil in there. Oil only goes on the bearings. It's just to lubricate the bearings. You use grease to lubricate your gearing. Now, what we should be doing with our reels is after we use them, we should be giving them a light rinse with fresh water. Now, when I say rinse, your goal is to get salt or the dirt off of the reel, not push it into the reel. If you do that after every trip, it will significantly increase the reel's lifespan. And then when it comes to oiling your reel, if you just oil it once every 2 to 3 months, it'll be fine. But if you're one of the luckier people that gets to go fishing very frequently, you'll probably want to oil your reel maybe once every month or every 2 months max, just to make sure you keep it performing perfectly. Now, I hope this video helped you guys out, and I'll catch you in the next one.